with Dwayne Brown, our winner of GX94 Supper in the Field. And Dwayne, first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been farming?
Well, back since 1974, so I guess it's quite a while.
And of course, I know you were doing silage, so obviously you have some cattle.
Yes, we turned 235 cows out with the bull this spring, so fair few kicking around, so we got to make a pile of feed.
And so how much silage did you end up doing?
We did 150 ton, I guess, somewhere in there. Plus, we're trying out 100 acres of grazing corn for the winter, and probably by the time we're finished, about 1,000 round bales of hay. So I think it's been a good year. We'll have lots.
And do you work by yourself?
Daughter and I. She's more the cattle girl than me. I'm just sort of the silent partner. Should be retired.
Okay. And you said you have some harvest ahead. What were you planning on harvesting? It was obviously for feed?
Yes, just for feed. Barley and oats, but not too much.
How many acres do you have, do you know?
Well, there's only about 50 acres left that we did in silage, so enough to fill the feed bin and feed the heifers.
So you mentioned you work with your daughter. Does your son, I know he lives nearby, does he help you out at all?
Yeah, he did all the swathing for the silage, but him and I grain farmed for quite a few years, and we haven't grain farmed now for 14 years, so we're just sort of into the cattle.
Did you sell your land or are you renting it out?
No, just renting it out. Yeah.
Now, how much did you have?
I've got 15 quarters, and we were farming about 30 quarters altogether, I guess, between the two of us. So, I don't know, between BSE and we just decided maybe, and I said I was too old to farm the whole thing myself, so we decided to rent out the farm and go from there.
Was this the farmyard that you grew up in, or?
Nope, it's 2 miles west across the lake. So sister and brother-in-law are on the home place.
But you grew up in this area?
Oh, yeah.
This is home for you?
Yes, it is, yeah.
And your wife Donna as well? Or?
Oakshella, so,
okay.
7 miles away or 10. Yeah.
And so how's the cattle been for you? Have you been doing pretty decently the last few years?
Yes, and prices are good. They're actually unbelievable the last couple of years. Never seen it that high. So it's a good thing when you consider the price of fuel and parts and machinery. It's a good thing they are up.
Where do you sell your cattle?
Prairie and Mooseman, usually. That's where they go, so they've been good to us. So.
Do you usually sell the same amount of head every year, or it just kind of depends on the prices and the amount of head that you have on hand?
The last few years we've been keeping the heifers, like we've just kept all the heifers because there's such a price difference between them and the steers in the fall, and it seems like March they get very much closer together, so, and that's been working out well. So
excellent. And of course, Supper in the Field, we did a little research and found out you won 20 years ago as well. Do you remember much about that from 20 years ago?
I know it was a rat race. I was down in Mydale helping my daughter that day, and the wife phoned and said, "We've won Supper in the Field, get home."
And so what was your reaction when you found out you won again?
Perfect. No, it was good last time, good this time, great food, good visit with all you boys.
And I know your wife Donna was pretty happy that she didn't have to cook tonight after cooking for that silage crew.
That's right, and like she said, won't have to cook tomorrow either. Lots of leftovers.
Great. Well, good luck with the rest of your work here before winter comes, and I hope you enjoyed the evening and all the prizes that went with it.
It was very good. Thanks to all your sponsors and everything. Really enjoyed it.